Binary stars! The binary stars! Lift off and the clock has started. The binary stars! The binary stars!
Nice to be in orbit.
Welcome back to Binary Star Wrestling, the best wrestling channel in the universe known, unknown, and any other type of universe. I am one of the stars, Henry Liverman, the Suplex Scholar, and I am joined by...
Chris Adams, the Super Suplexer.
Ooh! Is that the finalized version of the gesture?
I think that is, man. I think that is. It captures the jocularity of the Super Suplexer. The other one was too hard. It was cool, but too hard. The Super Suplexer.
I get it.
But this is the Super Suplexer. And it's peace,
Hey,
baby.
yeah, and it's got an element of whimsy that I can appreciate.
Yeah. So are you down with it?
I think I'm good with it.
All right, baby.
I think I'm good. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I have further notes in the future.
I might not take the notes, but
We'll see what happens. Yeah, you can lead a horse to water, you know.
what happens when he gets there?
You can't make him fucking drink.
Oh my god! Oh, we on one.
It is that kind of day, let me tell you.
It is.
There's something in the stars. There's something in the stars. Yeah. Because also, wrestling this week was kind of a banger.
Dude, it really, really was. And Collision came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, that episode was so good.
I really felt like they both were. Like, often I'm kind of like, okay, you know, Dynamite was the real shining star this week, and you know, Collision was kind of fine. But I don't know, this week I was really impressed by both shows.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know we probably will get to talking about it, but some of the action that kicked off Collision, like, knocked my socks off, dude. I mean, all like you said, all of it's been just a banger this week. Ring of Honor was really good. I mean, everything was just fantabulous.
Man. It was.
And that's a word that I just trademarked for our channel. Fantabulous.
Yeah, that is a verbally binding verbal trademark.
Yeah, so if Wrestling Fan 69 tries to use it, he owes
We will
us.
sue him.
That's right. We'll sue him out of the Milky Way galaxy.
That's right, but yes. Yes.
Dude, 5 years running of space puns.
Well, hey, space, like our capacity for puns, is infinite.
Dude, that was amazing. That's why you're the suplex.
That's
star,
right.
man. Like, you get it there, dude.
I get it there. That's right. And another place that I will get it to is this week's 2 stars, 5 stars.
So is this the time? You go ahead, man. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
You are
baby.
absolutely good. I was just going to ask you what your 5-star thing of the week was.
It's funny because I was going to ask you, like, we're both like, you go. All right, so I'll go. All right. I'll tell you what. My first 5-star was indeed the David versus Goliath of it all, Darby Allin versus Burger King on Wednesday night. That was a match that made me feel things in my back. That shit hurt.
Yeah.
Me.
It was really, really good. I didn't think it would be bad, but like I consistently have to like eat my own words with most of these Darby Allin matches where I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But by the end, I'm generally quite impressed.
He's definitely proved me wrong. I think he's proved both of us wrong. I mean, starting with the Andrade match that was like, where did this one come from? And then, you know, he moving through the Death Riders, the stuff he did with Ciampa, like, I'm really here for it, and I don't know how long it's going to last. Probably not past Double or Nothing. But that's not for nothing either, because it means that he's going to have this incredible run of matches where his body breaks down, but he gets it done until he just can't. That's like the best version of a world title run for Darby Allin.
So you think that he will hold the title run until Double or Nothing?
I do think he'll hold it until Double or Nothing.
Do you think he'll lose it at Double or Nothing?
I think he loses it I do. Do you want me to tell you who?
Ooh. Are you willing to make a binary star bet about it?
Binary star bets. All right, baby. We got one on deck. A binary star bet.
Our first televised binary star bet. We have made them in the past, I will say. We have a pretty aggressive internal economy when it comes to betting like this. But in terms of our first public binary star bet, what are the conditions of your wager?
Okay. I contend that at Double or Nothing, Darby Allin will lose to one Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Seems reasonable.
In the event that he does not, I will order you a t-shirt of your choice.
Interesting.
From a professional wrestling t-shirt of your choice. I'll take that bet.
I accept the terms of this bet, meaning, because I accept it, if indeed that does not come to pass, I will get you a t-shirt.
It's a good thing I've already fixed the match. My size is double XL, baby.
It's a good thing the fix is in, baby.
That's right. All right, yeah, dude, this is exciting. This is
exciting. We're locking it in. That is a binary star bet.
Binary star bet, baby. And by the way, friends, a minute ago when my main man here introduced binary star bets, you saw us jostling as if we were being electrified. My assumption is that some of the amazing new graphics that Henry's doing are going to go there. I was just thrilled and crackling with electricity, assuming that some graphics were going to cover me over. But if they didn't and you saw us having fun, it's because we're trying some new things around here. And it feels good.
It's
like a fresh coat of paint.
It is electrifying. It really is.
It is. The
results will be shocking.
I want to glaze you for a second. Last week's episode debuted some of these new graphics that you've been working on. We don't outsource anything in Binary Star Wrestling.
That's right.
We make the music, we make the graphics, we make the videos, everything is us. And so I sat down with Jude and Julia and we watched all of them in sequence and they loved them, dude. And what's great is they will tell me when my shit is really bad. So the fact that they didn't say, but they said, oh, wow, dude. And they're just awesome.
that is valuable feedback. Like I do appreciate being glazed.
Yeah.
It's also my favorite,
my
favorite kind of donut, but
mine too.
But it's equally valuable to have somebody that can tell you like, hey, this is not it.
Yeah. Dude, no, they're really good, and I just wanted to put it out there publicly because I know we do it privately as well, but that stuff is so cool, and it comes from the brilliance of your mind, man, and that's why we are indeed the Binary Stars.
I greatly appreciate it. Now,
anywho, what was yours? What was your 5-star, baby?
The binary bitches are done glazing.
That's right.
So, let me tell you about my 5-star, and I think that this one will be a little out of left field, baseball pun. I really liked the 5-man tag match that opened Collision. That was like certainly one of my top 2 matches of the week. Like Top Flight and the Rascals is such a cool combo.
God, it was really awesome.
And they worked really well together, I thought.
Yeah, they did.
But I'm going to give my 2-star, 5-star this week to a dark horse candidate, which is the Cope and Cage versus RPG Vice match. How shocked are you on a scale of 1 to 5?
5 being the biggest shock of all time?
Most ohms. I think that's the metric.
If 5 is the most ohms, then I'm looking at a 10, baby. Like, first off, RPG Vice, man, they're great, but they're like the perennial jobbers, but they did put on a banger. So I'll say, you know what? I see how you got there, but I'm shocked as hell.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
Tell me, lay it on us, man.
It completely subverted my expectations where I thought this match would be a wash. Even from the start of it, I thought it would be kind of a wash. Like in the beginning, where it's like, okay, yeah, got perennial jobbers, aging geriatrics. Like this is gonna be a shit show. But I thought that it actually was a really good dance between them, where they both kind of had this like cockiness angle that I thought worked well as like a conflict of egos, like where you had both of them like supremely hamming it up, like at the camera of like I'm the best, fucking look at me, which I thought was really fun. And then I absolutely loved the popcorn.
Yes, the popcorn was amazing. And then Cope putting the bucket on his head.
Hilarious. Yeah. And him walking out with the fucking bucket on his head was so goddamn funny. And like to me, that was a match type that you don't regularly see in AEW. It's
say a little more.
It almost felt more like kind of a WWE match to me. And I'm not saying this to either disparage AEW or glaze WWE, just that I can appreciate AEW kind of like taking a different route with this kind of match where like you do have the serious angle of like these dudes fucking hate each other. You do have the comedy angle of like these are both kind of funny tag teams, like they're funny dudes, and then adding in like the popcorn element, and it just turns into like a complete brawl, and everything breaks down. It was refreshing to see this kind of match, and I wouldn't mind seeing more of them, but never more than like one match like this per show.
So did you leave that match feeling highly sports entertainment?
I did. That was sports entertainment.
And I think there's value. I love segments like that are done. They're done well, where the shenanigans serve the action rather than overpower it. But I like shenanigans.
Yeah, I want to see hijinks sometimes.
Yeah,
and I don't think that there's... I'm phrasing this weirdly. I don't think that there's not room for comedy. Right. And I think that there's this tendency sometimes in any sort of art, or like whether it's literature, film, comics, or wrestling, to kind of think of comedy as easy. And it's like, if it's comedic, it's inherently not deep. And if something is comedy, then it's like, oh, okay, it's very, very surface level. It's like, something needs to be like profound and sad or angry in order to be deep. And I don't think that that's true.
I would agree. It's rare that we would not be in agreement in something like existential like that, I've noticed. but there's a real brilliance in that. And life isn't always tragic, right? Life is equally beautiful and funny and joyful. And if you are going to live your life thinking meaning is only found in tragedy, then you're missing half of the opportunity to find meaning. And wrestling's the same way. Yeah, dude, that's a killer point.
Yeah, and I definitely like your point as well. I definitely think that's true. With the binary stars, baby, we are aligned on this. I knew we would be.
We would be. Yeah. Again, it wasn't that the match wasn't it. I'm still a little shocked. I'm still a little shocked. But I hear it and I accept it, and I think more of you for it, sir.
Nice. I'll consider that an alignment.
Yes. We are not out of alignment.
Correct. Correct. I think
Yeah.
we're still in alignment.
That's right. Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
But look, I mean, we've been in alignment for a bit, but I'm going to march us somewhere else, my dude. I'm going to take us over to Khan's Corner.
Take us there.
Dude, we're here now,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
We are here in Khan's Corner. We had a lot going on in Khan's
Yes.
Corner. Do you think, first off, Tony Khan knows that he's got an avenue named for him?
Well,
Khan's Corner, baby.
the next time I talk to him, I'll be sure to bring it up.
You know, when I talked to him last week, I didn't have the courage to bring it up, so I'm glad that you can hold it down for us when I can.
Ah, yeah, that's...
But you've got that meeting with Triple H next week, don't you?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I had one last week. I was interviewing to be his janitor.
Hey, I legitimately did see that AEW has had a marketing position open.
Gosh, dude.
And legitimately was like, well... but was also like, I don't super want to relocate to Jacksonville.
No. Oh, too bad it couldn't have been remote.
No. I was like, it said remote on the listing, but like, yeah, like you would probably need to relocate to Jacksonville.
Dude, even an armpit would think Jacksonville smelled like an armpit.
Yeah. It's like the armpit of armpits. I was like, I'm sorry for any orbiters in Jacksonville, but you know what you got into.
That's right.
Like you knew what you got into
exactly
when you lived there.
Yeah. Dude, I wonder if Wrestling Fan 69's from Jacksonville or Pensacola. You know, like they know what they got.
That wouldn't
exactly
surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me.
Surprise me either. We did have. He gave a super chat 2 weeks ago, but for some reason we couldn't get it popped up in the video. It's the dude. Oh my God, he pays every now and then. Kenneth Alpha 127. He lives in Jacksonville, and he's the one who's going to the Ring of Honor tape.
I do kind of remember that. I'm gonna have to dig through the archives and find that.
Yeah, see if you can get him, because maybe we can get him to be an on-air correspondent.
That would be nice. We need somebody other than Wrestling Fan 69, so.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, Kenneth Alpha 12, whatever your numbers are, if you are willing to hit us up, let us know. And again, sorry if we offended you.
Yeah, I'd like to apologize to Jacksonville.
All right, back to Khan's Corner. Not Dynamite. Let's start there. It makes the most sense. Dynamite was explosive, would you?
I would agree. There's a lot to talk about. What stands out to you as for the first thing you want to talk about Dynamite?
Immediately, my mind goes to Will Ospreay walking through the training room door.
That was my first thing too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like my mind goes to how sheepish he was. Like shoulders down. Like it was really weird. Like I appreciated the way he carried his body going through, and that exchange between him and Mox and everything that was happening there. That's a beautiful story that's unfolding of two people who are willing to push past their hatred to make each other better. Like that's something that makes me love wrestling even more, that it can help me think about bettering myself. And this is one of those stories that to me is becoming bigger than just in-ring storytelling. It's about like overcoming your shit.
Yeah. And
they're laying it all out there. So that's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of how fucking cool Dynamite was.
I agree. I just thought it was cool how they like train in these kind of like back rooms as well.
Yeah.
Like
it's like, man, aren't you gonna get hepatitis?
And they're like, nah, we don't do rings. It's like, what do you do?
Pain, concrete.
Yeah, they're out there like fucking death ridering each other into like steam vents and shit.
That would be awesome.
I mean, that's what it seems like. I feel like that's the implication. Is
They're always lurking in places.
They do a lot of lurking for sure. And it reminds me of fucking Mankind too.
I was thinking that just now.
Yeah, like
that boiler room match.
and they would do like his entrances where he's like lurking in like a maintenance area.
You thought you saw me? Yeah.
And so like I feel like there's something there. I feel like there's something there.
Yeah, it's dirty. It's like dingy. It gives off that like car shop feel, like grimy, but not like dirty, filthy, kind of like trashy.
Yeah.
Not that kind
no,
of
I get it. Gritty. I think it's a good word for it too.
Gritty's a better word. That's a better word.
It does give like a gritty feel. I mean, I feel like it works. I feel like it works for the Death Riders to have this reveal that they train in these like industrial areas. That's totally on brand.
Now Yuta is grimy.
Yes, he is.
Everyone else is gritty.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And Garcia.
Yeah. Glad we got that cleared up.
Garcia is slimy.
We got slimy, grimy, and gritty.
Slimy, grimy, and gritty sound like knockoffs to the characters in Pac-Man.
They really do, dude. slimy, grimy, and gritty. But who is getting the grit designation? Claudio, because he is
gritty, dude. I really like him.
Yeah.
I really like.
I do too. I wish I could get one of his.
I wish he would swing me. I could get giant.
That'd probably feel good on your back.
I could get giant swung. He'd be a killer chiropractor.
Dude, maybe he'd get my shit straight.
He'd just European uppercut your back.
just beat my back. He's like, I will break that fusion and refuse it with pure Swiss strength.
He'll just knock the vertebrae into submission. Like,
John, they won't fuck with Claudio. Every time my back starts to twinge, I'll be like, did you forget what Claudio said?
They'll be like, oh, very sorry.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
And okay, so how about also the ops attempting to also get in on the Ospreyness?
I mean, I appreciated what they were trying to do, but the truth is, the Death Riders have been riding real high, and the ops just got back together, right? Like, did anyone think Ospreay was gonna go with those with the ops?
Almost certainly not. Certainly not.
That the ops is like, okay, if the conglomeration is Full House, what was like the knockoff Full House? What was a shittier version of Full House? A shittier sitcom about busted up families. Because that's what the ops is.
Yeah.
Right.
Who?
Party of Five. Or
Who's the
like
boss?
That. Yeah. yeah. Okay, just something like that where it's like they ain't it.
No.
They could have been. Maybe they will be again, but some shit needs to happen.
It does. Well, it really felt like the ball kind of got dropped with Hook.
Yeah.
I
mean, you can't help the injuries, and then Hobbs leaving.
Yeah, Hobbs leaving, I think was the biggest blow.
Yeah.
But like even with Joe on concussion protocol, and they were like, hell yeah, I'm Hook and I'm here to recruit. And then he spent several weeks being like, Anthony Bowen's maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. Abuse another cameraman. Let me see.
Right. It's like, this week I'm definitely thinking maybe.
And next week I might be thinking maybe
right.
also.
But I've upgraded it to possibly. And that was what happened. And then Joe came back.
Yeah. And then Joe's like, you're in.
Yeah.
Because he said you're in. But it's like, wait. Why didn't Bitch say he was in a while back?
Yeah, the whole thing is kind of a mess.
I mean, look, it's like it's professional wrestling. It is what it is. But I would like to see them do something to feel like actual contenders for the trios belts, or or to at least have their stable have some influence over the landscape, right? Like, what good is your faction if you're not making waves?
Yeah. They feel even more like to me, the conglomeration previously felt like the most sidelined faction. Like pre-Joe injury. It felt like the conglomeration was just kind of like, hey, let's shove random faces into a group and we'll call it the conglomeration. and that's it. They'll show up occasionally. There's no real story. But now it's like, I feel like they've gotten the conglomeration more fleshed out. And I've been, especially with the return of Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah.
They've quickly become like some of my favorite to watch because of how it makes me feel. Like, I don't know, that I like the little details. I like the backpack thing. Like, I like the intentionality and the quirkiness. I think maybe because it reminds me of like us a little bit, like the whimsy, like the way we're just like all out there, like we have, you know. So I see that, and it's our boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So how could you?
Yeah, I really liked their trios match with MXM and Johnny TV.
So good.
That was
so unbelievable.
That was very fun. I love Mansoor, man.
Yeah, he's got the perfect face for mugging to the camera and looking good while
I know.
Like, he's sexy.
He is.
He's a
good-looking dude. I am
Yeah.
perfectly comfortable with admitting that.
Absolutely. So it's like, not everybody can like mean mug chicken shit and still look cute.
Yeah.
I'm like, that guy can.
And he's got those banger like Frida Kahlo trunks.
Yeah. Well, like, what is that about? I noticed.
I do not know. They look sick.
I don't have his phone number.
No. Next time I bump
me.
into him at the collective meeting, I'll tell him to shoot you a text.
Well, he's got that restraining order on me.
Oh. You know, maybe in 3 to 5 years. You know,
3 to 5. I don't know.
Time heals all wounds.
Yeah. Time heals all wounds. Yeah. I said something bad about Frida Kahlo's like early period, and he slapped the restraining order on me.
It might be hard to come back from that one.
I think it is too. That's why I'm trying to grow a unibrow in, though. Maybe he'll like me.
That'll probably help. Got some Rogaine, like.
I'm going Frida style up here, baby. We have drifted way off.
We've really lost the plot here.
All right, look, we got to go back to Khan's Corner. Let's go back. We were still in Khan's Corner, but we were just on the outskirts. All right, let's take it back to Dynamite. We were talking about Ospreay's hardening. There was something that was going on both on Dynamite and Collision, but let's hang around Dynamite with the Okada versus Ace Austin match.
That was an interesting one.
Kind of out of nowhere, I thought that he's getting this shot at the International Championship.
Yeah. And then he had another match this week too, didn't he?
Yeah, he was with Juice on
That's
Collision.
right. Yeah, Bang Bang Gang. Yeah.
All right, so full disclosure, I love Ace Austin, and I can't quite figure out why, which may be problematic for him as a character, but there's something up there that I'm like, oh, every time he's on screen, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna really pay attention. The athleticism, but he's a really good wrestler and a storyteller with his face and stuff. But I've never really heard anything from the dude.
No. I haven't really either. to be honest, I don't super have strong opinions one way or the other. I like the Bang Bang Gang, but my like of them is primarily fueled by I really enjoy as Juice Robinson clobbers people.
Wago boy. Yeah, so I'm hoping that that this is an indicator that there's some development happening. I mean, it may not be a push, but at least allowing us to care why should we like him with Juice more than the Guns with Juice, right? Give us a reason to be as excited that Ace Austin is there as the Guns are back, you know.
That dude can fucking lift too. Like,
yeah, it's pretty wild.
His legs are like tree trunks.
Yeah, that's so freaking impressive. And when he does those handstands, and the one when he did on Wednesday night when he did the handstand, Okada starts clapping.
Yeah,
for him.
that was very funny.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude. Again, someone said it about Okada. The greatest comedy wrestler of all time, trapped in the body of the greatest tournament wrestler of all time.
every day that proves to be truer and truer.
Yeah. Yeah, the clapping is so good. So that was a match that I don't know what it means. But it means something.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm here for it.
I think more will be revealed because I was happy to see Okada in a singles match. I feel like it's been a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, he had that one for... Was the last one he had the Ring of Honor match? No.
I legitimately don't remember. Off the top of my head, I don't remember when.
But remember he had that little dinker of a match on that first Ring of Honor they had in the new studio.
Oh, yeah. I do kind of remember that.
And it was like a sort of a gauntlet match, and it was like the winner gets to fight an AEW champion.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh. And then Okada came out, and you're like, what did they have to do to get him to wrestle in front of
like,
10 people?
What did he need to repay?
Or it was the biggest single paycheck of his life, right?
I mean, shit, I'd probably agree.
Yeah, I'd do it.
That's funny. Yeah. So, those were kind of, I mean, did you want to talk more about Darby and Brody?
I'm good with my Darby and Brody analysis. Well, yeah, I think I am. I think I've said what I need to say about Darby and Brody when I was hitting them 2 stars, 5 stars.
Yeah. No,
Let's talk quickly about Divine Dominion.
Ooh, alrighty.
So there was a moment where Megan Bayne went to suplex Sheeta, and it looked messy as hell. And they covered and they said, "Oh, Sheeta got out of it," but I didn't read it.
I do remember that.
There were a couple other moments where I noticed Megan Bayne's work isn't as crisp as I've noticed it has been lately, especially compared to Lena Cross.
I do think that Lena Cross kind of does more of the heavy lifting in Divine Dominion. Like Megan Bayne is there for the aura, like because she's got the whole regalia, and even when it was her and Penelope Ford, was it? I feel like she was a big big aura there, kind of, that gave them that that gravitas as they came in. But I don't know. I've felt kind of mid about a lot of things involving Hikaru Shida in general.
Dude, I have too.
Which I hate to admit.
Yeah.
I was pretty hyped for her return.
I feel weird.
She was one of the first women's world champions in AEW. I mean, she certainly has reputation to back up, to back herself up. But I have felt that a lot of her stuff has been kind of sloppy as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some slop in that match. Remember when she kicked her and then suplexed her own teammate, and they barely talked about it?
Yeah.
What was that, dude?
I thought it would come up more.
She just said that you kicked me in that segment from Collision. But I'm like, was there any chance that was just a fuck up of colossal proportions?
That's the botch of all botches.
Honestly.
Where she just...
I don't know.
Because they really didn't mention it. Like, I really thought it would come up again. Because then I was like, did I misremember?
Yeah. Because then she just goes out there and then tags back in. And I was like, wait a second. What's happening here? It just felt that match had good moments and then had some offness to it. Yeah, Megan Bayne, I'm hoping maybe it's just a tough night.
Yeah.
It'll come back.
Because I feel like the weak link here is Hikaru Shida.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I think it does suck to say, because especially someone who's important like that and has such a cool vibe, like this kind of out of control samurai, like with their kendo stick and this banger of a theme song. Just ain't doing it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's all. I think that Dynamite, that's what I was rocking with.
I think that's my big stuff,
move
too.
on to Saturday?
Let's move on to Saturday. It's Saturday night. And
Hey, that sounded just like the SNL dude.
well,
That was uncanny. That was
live
awesome.
from North Carolina, it is Saturday night. Beth, I had a good few things for Collision.
Can I have them?
You sure can. Here's one of them. I really enjoyed the Anna Jay and Willow match.
Yeah.
I actually thought that one was pretty cool, but my big takeaway, though, was they need to get Anna Jay some fucking boots that fit.
There were she had some wardrobe issues, I was noticing.
She did, like, 'cause it was those, I guess it's not exactly the boots. I don't know what you call them, though. It's like the leather tubes that, like, go over the boots, like the leg warmer type things.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like those were much too big. Because she was pulling them up like throughout the match, and then at the very end when she finally got pinned, like you could see that they were just like over her shoes.
Right, just like someone beat the brakes off.
Yeah, or like she looked like me in 2004 when I thought it was cool to have pants that were so baggy that it looked like I was just shuffling everywhere.
Like the Jinkos.
Yeah, like that. That. That's basically what it was.
Oh my God. I noticed she was doing, she was adjusting her top a lot too. And I wonder if it's whoever does their gear. I don't know if they do their own gear. I know WWE wrestlers predominantly do their own gear, or they pay someone to do their own gear. I don't know if AEW has a wardrobe department or what. But when Tommaso Ciampa first debuted, that red and yellow jacket he had was like a size and a half too big.
It was big.
If you notice his silver one is sized appropriately, and it looks so much better.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So, maybe when people come back, they're getting measurements from a distance, like, from my new gear, and you hate to see it when it happens.
Yeah, because this is not meant to be a criticism of her. I thought she did really well.
Yeah. But it sucks when it's that noticeable.
Yeah, it's like fucking Bandito's pants that time.
Oh, that was so hard to watch.
That one was tough. Yeah, when he was that haunts me now whenever someone has to take off their pants.
But Andrade, ever the pro, man, like, hey, I'm going to kick you and get you out of here.
It's like, let's fix this right now.
God, but could you imagine just the feeling of panic setting in? When you're trying to like keep yourself composed and your pants are hooked on your belt and you've got 15,000 people yelling and you're just like, holy fuck, like everyone's watching.
Yeah, and my pants are stuck.
Right, now they're about to be brown too.
Yes, that would be me.
So they're calling Willow the comeback kid.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I guess this was her fourth comeback that she's killed.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate the name either. I had a question about it. Though. How excited can you get for a mid-Carter's comeback if you know it's going to be a slaughter?
Yeah.
So is this leading up to the return of one Dr. Britt Baker?
That would be amazing.
Who will return and then take the title. She ain't going to have her comeback killed.
How long has she been gone for?
Oh God, I don't know. A year.
That's what I was thinking. It's a long time.
Let's look that up. How long?
In the meantime, tell me, were you pleased to see the Garcia Yuta loss?
Yeah, I was.
I actually was too.
Yeah, I absolutely was on two levels. One, if somebody forced me to pick between a babyface and a heel in the traditional dynamic, I'm always going babyface.
Sure.
Right? And so watching the actual worst parts of the Death Riders lose feels right with all's right with the universe.
I figured you'd
but
like
then
that.
It's all, yeah, it's also just like I'm fine with Wheeler Yuta. I really do struggle. I struggle myself to understand how to appreciate the work of Daniel Garcia. And I think that's maybe the most charitable way that I can put it. Because I know that I've been kind of shitty on him before. And I don't want to be shitty, but it's like, I don't have a connection with that character that performed.
Yeah.
And so when he's on the screen, I'm just like, you can take them all, buddy, for all I care. You know? I know you've got fans, and I know I'm probably missing something in the true Buddhist sense of the word. The problem lies with me. But as it stands, that's all I can see is the problem.
I get that.
Am I being an asshole?
No, I actually feel similarly.
Yeah.
I don't super connect to him or Wheeler Yuta. I don't think they're bad. I just don't particularly like them. But on a higher level, like, sometimes even Death Riders need to lose.
Yep.
If there's not that specter, even if it's like a 70-30 ratio, but if there's not that specter, then the match isn't fun to watch, is my takeaway, unless it's going to be like 5 minutes.
Sure.
But if you're going to have a long back and forth match with different pin attempts, and it eventually gets to be like okay, we know they're going to win. Like,
come on.
Yeah, let's get the show on the road. That like, I feel like the Death Riders kind of needed a loss from my perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because they've been super dominant.
They need... Grimy and Slimy needed to take that L.
They did. Grimy and Slimy needed that L.
I've got to make a T-shirt of that, dude.
Grimy and Slimy.
Once I finish this other pencils, I'm gonna make some sort of like cartoonified versions of the two, and just it'll say Grimy and Slimy. I'm not gonna use their names for legal purposes. It will appear to resemble those two, and it'll say. I'm excited about that.
I'm excited to see that too. Yeah. So you said also said that you liked Ring of Honor a decent amount this week.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so you had somebody who we haven't talked much about, and even though he's appeared on AEW programming, is Lio Rush.
That's true. He hasn't come up a lot in our discussions.
No, but I really adore the work he's doing. And that's a weird word to describe, especially for the gimmick is this like haunted golem-like creature. But I do find myself actually adoring it as art. Because that's a dude who knows himself. Like, that character is thought out. The things he's saying, like the match he had with Pac a while back, I think on Collision, he leaned to the camera, he said, they used to call this man the King, because that's what they called him in WWE when he was King Neville or some Prince Neville.
Yeah.
He used to wear a crown or
I do
something
remember
like
that.
So like he's this lore beast, right? And it's so thoughtful that me as an artist, like that's the kind of artist I want to be, like fully embodying my craft. So I appreciate that. And then I love the way the dude wrestles, because he can go explosive and then like panther-like and fucking weird. And when he does that like dog run, suicide dive, God, that thing creeps me
People
out.
fucking love it too. Like, that pops.
Yeah. I hope we see him more on AEW, but watching him in Ring of Honor was great. And then watching Takeshita down there take on Daddy Magic.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Which was it was way more competitive maybe than it should have been, but definitely than I expected it to be.
Yeah, and it was like near the start, right? Was that the first match?
It was the first match.
That was a cool one. Ring of Honor consistently impresses me. Because then it's like, right after that, I feel like you had Shane Taylor, right?
Yeah, that's right, Mance Warner.
Which I love that match as well.
I figured you would love that one.
I mean,
Shane Taylor's
I always
your
like
dude.
Shane Taylor.
Why do you like him so much? I mean, do you know?
I feel like he also kind of fits into that class of wrestlers that I end up liking, where they seem to be kind of like unconventionally good. That's not even exactly the right way to put it, where it's like, it's the type of wrestler that you wouldn't expect to be what they are, kind of. Where it's like, you know, Shane Taylor, like, obviously could lean into that, like, powerhouse kind of persona, but, like, that dude is surprisingly agile. And he's fucking moving around, doing shit. Like, I'm generally consistently surprised by him, which is something I like.
Oh, I mean, that's like, I mean, Mark Davis, another one of your dudes. Just like
yeah, where he's big and you just expect him to kind of be a brawler, but then he's doing like Inzagiris and, you know, tope suicidas. Like, he's flying around.
Oh my God. I need to see his big ass do a tornillo.
That would be sick.
That would be wild, man.
And then
you call it a dust devil.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
And then something else that I like is that Shane Taylor, if you watch him during it, stays talking shit.
Yes.
Which is something I appreciate. Like, not a lot of wrestlers do that.
No.
Where, like,
and they should.
I agree. And I think that that adds more to it, where it's like, because there's a psychological element to it as well, of consistently talking shit to your opponent throughout the match. It's like garbage, terrible.
I love it. Oh my God. Tekla does it very well.
She does too. Yeah. That's a good one. And then like both Tekla and Shane Taylor will also do it at the audience, which is something I like.
Dude, Shane Taylor was getting like with somebody, man. It felt like there was like real people.
Yeah, but then when fucking Daniel Garcia tries to talk shit, he can't even intimidate a child.
That's true though. Like, I mean, that again, that I'm not disparagingly, but like that's the point right there, man. Who are you gonna be afraid of? Daniel Garcia or Shane Taylor?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm bowing down to Shane Taylor and I'm giving my back to Daniel Garcia.
Fuck yeah.
Like
yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. I seriously hope he doesn't ever listen to this and then be like one of those dudes who's like, I've got enough money to get their addresses, and then he shows up and he puts both of us in some fucking submission and breaks the shit out of our backs.
Or worst case scenario, he shows up and knocks on the door and is like, hey, I'm actually a really nice guy.
Yeah, and he's crying.
It's like, I try really hard. What can I do to improve my craft?
You know, and again, like, and there's this element of like, of balancing talking about story and art when the tools have to be effective enough to tell the story. And the truth is, I and you, the binary stars, not to disparage the person or work of Daniel Garcia, like in a serious note, it's fun to be jocular, but serious moment, just in case anyone's out there listening, we're not trying to tear the dude down. It's just, it's hard to see him in the same league as anybody else that he wrestles with. I mean, he seems smaller than Darby Allin.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's an optical problem, I think, if you're trying to roll with the hardest ones, the baddest ones on the block. You know? So again, just not shitting on him, but that's exactly right. God, Shane Taylor would sit on that.
Yeah, 100%.
He'd sit on me?
Same. He could sit on all of us at the same time.
Dude, he could sit on me.
Maybe.
Oh, Shane Taylor. Does that mean it's time for?
Where is he?
Friends, I hope y'all have as much fun with this stuff. I mean, do you have as much fun trying to find them as I do making
Oh, yes.
them?
I have a fucking ball finding.
So how quickly did you find last week's? Friends, by now you can see this week's on screen, but we're going to talk about last week's. I mean, obviously, he was hanging out with the gang. Right. Yeah. Did you spot him immediately? Was it
Not
too
immediately.
easy?
I feel like they've gotten the hardest one was when he was in the crowd. Like the big crowd
with
at
Cody
Mania,
Rhodes.
yeah, or with Cody.
That I think was the crowning achievement. Like somehow I managed to blend his face with that dude's body so well. Yeah.
Yes, so Orbiters, let us know if you have managed to find Ishii, and let us know how quickly you are finding him. We would be interested in knowing that data, I believe.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't even know where he is right now on screen because I have yet to make this week's Where Ishii. So friends, all of us at this present moment need to find Ishii.
That is correct.
But seriously, where is he been on our TVs, dude?
I don't know, man.
I'm so unbelievably excited for when he comes back, and I just don't know why.
The next
man.
Tomohiro Ishii match. I want it too.
Like, dude, we have to be the two most excited dudes in the world.
The biggest fans of Tomohiro Ishii.
I mean, seriously.
I might be up there.
For real, I think we are, dude. And I look at us I look at our little fandom of Ishii as this little duo. Like we comprise one unit of Ishii. And we've got to be at the top, dude.
I legitimately think so. Hey, speaking of Cody Rhodes earlier.
Yeah?
I believe you had something WWE related for us.
Well, if I've got something WWE related, that means it must be time to go to WWE CorHHHHner. Dude, we had pretty good harmony
That was pretty
on that. We've got to get it better and better each week. You know, as I started doing it, I was like, is he going to harmonize?
I understood. I usually get the assignment, I feel like.
And I get your assignments. Like, you know what's funny is like we are legitimately each other's biggest fan.
Yeah, that's a nice dynamic.
It is though. It is. All right. There are some not just shenanigans, but seismographical, catastrophical, unbelievably dangerous things happening at WWE in the form of contract renegotiations. Not new contract negotiations, but critically, it's been revealed through various sources, Wrestling Observer, PW Insider, Bodyslam.net, Fightful Select, a lot of the places that have much deeper knowledge behind the scenes than we do, have all confirmed that TKO is in fact reaching out to people who have big money contracts, asking them to work for less money, doing more appearances. So, for example, what sent shockwaves through the wrestling world was the sudden departure of the New Day from WWE.
Sure.
Right? They've been there as long as everyone's remembered. Even though Austin Creed had or Xavier Woods had some TNA experience, but people thought they were going to be lifers. And what we've been hearing is that no one's a lifer anymore. So last year they signed a 5-year new contract. 2025 they signed a 5-year contract for more money. So they got a substantial raise. And what we were told is that TKO asked them to renegotiate it. So rather than renegotiate it, they said, hey, we're out. And the word on the street is that behind the scenes in AEW has been a massive push to get them to come. I didn't know this, that the bio in the Young Bucks Twitter handle has apparently read for years, "We will wrestle the New Day once, mark this post." And they reposted that this week.
Interesting.
So all sorts of people are like really pushing for it, which makes me think that the New Day has a serious possibility of joining All Elite Wrestling, which would be an unbelievable coup.
That really would be quite the get.
Yeah,
like that's way different than like Aleister Black coming back or something like that.
Which I got some news on that one.
Oh, what
too.
you got?
What I got on that is that it probably ain't happening.
I didn't think it was.
Not only are the other wrestlers, being quite clear, like we don't want him back, but it was revealed that in 2020, when Zelina Vega was first released by WWE, she started having conversations with Tony Khan about joining AEW, and when WWE, I guess, offered her contract back, she just left him on red and ghosted him from the middle of their discussions.
Interesting.
And so the sense is that's probably not a man who's going to do business that way, unless he, sees her as being able to bring substantial value to AEW. But the sense I'm getting right now is that they are probably TNA bound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Which is a bummer. I like Aleister Black, but it sounds like they burnt some bridges.
That was kind of my impression.
Yeah. But the New Day coming would be massive, dude.
That would be great. Oh man.
So the other rumor that I haven't been able to get corroboration from anywhere.
Bigger than this one?
Bigger than this one is that Roman Reigns had been advertised for about 15 dates from now until the end of the summer. And then half of those dates were slashed. And they were the dates post Backlash. So that seems to be telegraphing that he's going to lose the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash to Jacob Fatu, right? Which would be great. I love Jacob Fatu. I mean, they seem to have turned him into a bit of a one-note version of himself, but that's all right. The dude's a monster.
Yeah, that still would be really, really cool.
Samoa Ralph. It would be awesome, and the match would be great. But why the sudden slashing of the dates? Speculation is that TKO is interested in restructuring Roman's deal because he's currently the highest paid professional wrestler on the planet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, would he leave if they tried to say work more for less money?
I don't know.
Or does he have the clout to say no? We're sticking with my own contract.
I mean, he still may be the most. He's still maybe one of the highest paid wrestlers, the most highest paid wrestler in the world, but you're going up against a stone wall if you think you can go up against private equity, right? They don't give a single shit about you.
Right. So that's what's wild when thinking about how WWE, when they were first bought by TKO, said nothing is going to change, right? Triple H came out and said nothing's going to change. And then everything's changed. Most especially how they've jacked up ticket prices. They've been reaching net, record gates and profit and all this, while at the same time slashing salaries and cutting people on the roster for cost-cutting measures. So it's obvious that people are no longer who they prioritize, and I would think that includes Roman Reigns.
It would make sense to me. I mean, If the prerogative of private equity is to make the company as singularly profitable as possible in order to offload it within a short amount of time, then, one of the better ways to do that is to get rid of one of the biggest money sinks from their perspective in the entire company.
Yeah. I mean, because you'd have to effectively, if Roman's salary is $15 million, let's say that it is. I don't know if that is, but that was something I saw, again, uncorroborated. But let's just even go back down to $7, which that's a safe estimation, I think, of his salary. $7 million requires, I would think, from their metrics, at least a double return on the investment. Right? Sure. There would have to be some metric that shows Roman is able to produce $14 million of revenue to at least justify the $7 million that they're paying him. Plus, paying for all of his travel. They pay for all of his food. He has a deal like nobody else does.
That would make sense.
So you're talking 7+. And then they can do a calculation by putting it in some actuary table to realize that by offloading that $7 million, they might be able to make more money by leaning on 4 more lesser paid and lesser well-known athletes who somehow have independent revenue streams that can be monetized to be more effective than Roman's structure.
I mean, that makes...
You think a private equity firm would do it?
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, fuck yeah, yeah.
I mean, you look at, like, if they could essentially get 4 Danhausens for
Right.
one Roman Reigns, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't have a super follow-up. I think, yeah, they
No.
would do that.
There's period. There is no follow-up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, the prerogative is not, like, how can we give fans a gratifying end to the Roman Reigns story, or, like, how would we move into the next phase, like, away from all, like, bloodline and stuff like that. It's, fuck, get him out. Like,
Right. Yeah.
like if
Bye.
yeah, like that
costs too much.
they do not give a single shit about fans. Like, you know, for all of his faults,
don't.
at least Vince McMahon prioritized ticket prices that were family accessible.
So if that tells us something interesting, that a man as evil as Vince McMahon still understood that families and getting as many people into his product was what he wanted from his product, right? He wanted it to be that kind of experience. If a man that evil wants that, how evil must the private equity people be who don't even give a shit about that at all?
Yeah.
That should scare us, right? Like, because your point is well taken. Dude, Vince understood that.
Yeah.
But he was fucked up. That means they're more fucked up.
Right. It's like, yeah, for as fucked a dude as Vince McMahon was, he was like, at least it will be a quality product that can be enjoyed by families.
Right. Right. Yeah. We want some kids to enjoy it. We don't want stockbrokers who come buy tickets and then just stand around looking like idiots with their hands in their pants because they don't know what's going
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked.
You know, WWE Corner turned into WWE Rant Fest. And you know what? That was really fun.
It kind of was. I mean, hey, we don't only sing the praises of AEW.
No way.
It makes sense. Like, you know, sometimes there's stuff to complain about.
That's right. That's right. All right, look, I'm ready to move away from private equity in wrestling. I mean, you've talked about that before. You've tossed to us the idea of riffing on that because I know you're really smart, dude, when it comes to thinking through these kind of issues. So, like, Binary Star Universe, whenever you get to hear us talk about private equity in wrestling, it's because my man is the suplex scholar. And he'll take you places you've never been before. That's why I love working with you, dude.
I know, that's right. Hey, that's one of the reasons why we make a good team, because it's like, there's so much of this where I'm like, hey man, I got these crazy ideas, I don't know what's up.
I would love to go back through our videos and watch how many times in a single video we say something of the following to each other. God, I just love doing this with you. That's why we make it such a good team. I think we say that in that sequence multiple times an episode. It's like, but it feels good.
That's an affirming thing, I feel like.
It really is.
Yeah, so like
people don't affirm their friends.
No,
enough.
I agree with that. Like, particularly male friendships, like run into that issue a lot. So like, orbiters, you know, if you want to be in a place where it is affirming the value we hold to each other, Binary Star Wrestling.
This is the place to be. That's right. That's right. So WWE Corner took us somewhere dark.
It did.
I want to take us somewhere beautiful and brutal.
Ooh.
It's time for us to evaluate some women in.
Yeah.
Once again, the intro you made for that, I would assume you're going to get some like editing awards, dude. It looks like you've been doing this your whole fucking life. I really
enjoy doing it. I have a lot of fun making those. I really enjoyed making the women in wrestling one as well.
I enjoyed making the logo. So friends, sometimes the way we do is I'll make some of the static images, and Henry's the animation expert, and he makes all this stuff come to life that you've seen. The comic book intro at the beginning was straight from his brilliant mind. So I had a lot of fun just putting the blood splatter on there, like, you know, on the women in, and then like seeing it over like this. Anyway.
I enjoy it.
This is the what? This is the second week of our new shit.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just
still really
pumped
hype
for it.
about it. Like, I really like.
I want the Orbiters to let us know what their favorite intro
Oh yeah,
transition is.
I'd be interested in that as well. Yeah, because there are some like visual puns and things like that, like within them. So I would be I would be interested to hear about that. But yeah, I had a few things this week for women in wrestling as well.
Lay it on.
I sure will. I enjoyed seeing the Inspiration on Ring of Honor. I feel like they showed up. Like they showed up, got squashed, and AEW and
What story are they telling with them, man?
I don't know, but I thought Caprice had an interesting point in Ring of Honor where he was like, they wrestle like twins, man. It's like they're the same
Right.
person twice.
Right.
Which I thought was interesting, like, because that's not normally what you would expect of a tag team.
Yeah.
Like,
They do have that kind of energy.
yeah, like you would expect
It's like if Clone and
complementary.
Hologram were friends.
Right. Like, it's like with FTR, you have complementary personality types. They're not both Cash Wheeler.
Do you have a preference of style? This sort of twin style tag or the kind of 1-2 punch style tag team?
I don't know. Although the ones I like, I kind of have been more twin-y. Because like I feel like you have a spectrum, right? Like you have a spectrum where like the Inspiration on one end, and then like I don't know, maybe like Okada Takeshita on the other, where it's just like very different but complementary styles.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the tag teams I like tend to be closer to the twin side of the spectrum. I would put the Rascals closer to the twin style of the spectrum as well.
For sure.
Also, the Sisters of Sin.
Yeah, I would too. Young Bucks, of course.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Young Bucks for sure.
Top Flight?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Top Flight, physically they look different, but their movesets are very similar and they have a fluidity together. The Swirl, that's another twin to me.
I put them kind of in the middle.
Oh.
I put them in the middle, maybe.
Which is actually befitting.
yeah.
Because the pump handle swirls right there in the
Yeah,
middle.
and that's lore consistent.
That's right. They thought about that. They're like, wait, we're going to have our styles blended between twinning and 1-2 punching according to this podcast in the future. And
Right. According to this podcast that hasn't come out yet, we're going to take this into account.
how did they know? Or in the words of Andrade, how you know?
Very funny.
That was so funny. I saved that on my phone to send
How
to
you
people.
know?
How you know?
That was funny. Oh, but dude, sad news though. Sad news is that
What?
our girl Persephone is out on injury.
Yeah, do you think she was legitimately injured from the mist?
No.
Like, no, I know. Like, I was wondering, like in kayfabe, of course, she was injured from the mist, but like, really, did they just fuck the mix up that night? Like, what if she got conjunctivitis, dude?
Yeah, just fucking pink eye.
She legit has pink eye.
I heard she was seen in a boot.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. It's like she's injured, I think she's injured that same foot twice. Like, 'cause she's been out on injury before for, I can't remember which foot, but for one of her feet. And so the speculation is that there was some kind of other foot injury. But I like to think it was from the mist.
Yeah, the mist travel, dude. I mean, it's vascular, it's skeletal, it gets in your pores, it crosses the blood mucous membrane, whatever the fuck that
Blood-brain
is.
barrier, right?
The blood-brain barrier. And dude, it went straight to her ankle.